Hey guys, my name is Kay, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful yet simple Valentine's Day card. So grab your materials and let's start crafting. I'm going to mention the materials I'm using, but please feel free to use what you have. I have a laser printed pattern paper that I created myself. Stick around until the end of the video so you'll learn how you can get it too. A Catherine Pooler Miss You Die, or you can use anything you have already. Distress inks in Candied Apple and Black Soot. You are going to need a ink or a laminator and foil. Paper rose scalloped frame dies. That's optional, of course. A red card base. The Distress Oxide and Sponge Sugar. Remember, the oxides are different than the Distress inks. And I'm also using the Fun Stampers Journey embossing folder. Okay, our first official step is going to be running that image through your ink or your laminator. And here's the reveal of mine with my beautiful foil, which is perfect for Valentine's Day because it has little holographic hearts. As you can see here, I'm glad I could show you. I really fell in love with it, you guys. So the next thing that we're going to do is ink blend all over this background. Nothing special, you guys. Just cover the entire thing with red. And this is, again, Candied Apple by Ranger. It is the Distress ink and not the oxide. Remember that the inks are just pure dye inks. And the oxides are a hybrid between dye and pigment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut through this. I'm going to edit this out of the clip because, I don't think that you should watch me just ink blend. It's the same thing over and over again. So let's skip to the next step once I already cut my panel. Okay, and so I already ran it through my Big Shot machine and it's completely, ink blended. It's all red. And our next step is going to be adding some black soot to the edges. You will see that I go softly at the beginning. And I'm not sure if I will show the other part, which is when I go in a second time, more concentrated on the edges. So it's a smaller area, but more focused on color payoff than the first one, which is more focused on the blending, if that makes any sense. So yeah, again, I'm not going to put the entire clip here. I think you get the message from from seeing one or two sides. It's very soft at the beginning, and then I just go over it again, but right on the edge and with a little bit more force, just to create that gradient that we like. Now I'm taking some Accent 120 cardstock, and I'm running it through my Big Shot machine with this paper rose frame, which will give me two separate pieces, the frame and I guess the insert, what goes inside. What we're going to do is that this inside part is going to be completely colored with this Distress Oxide Sponge Sugar. Again, in my own fashion, you will not see the entire thing. I think it's redundant. You don't need to waste your time watching me ink blend over and over again over a piece of cardstock. I think you get the message. You know how I'm doing it. I go in circular motions, and I apply good pressure, because if not, you will not get good payoff, especially with this light color. But you get the message. Now I am going over the edges with a little bit of Victorian Velvet. It's just a little bit of a darker tone. It's still like a pink, but it's more of a dirty pink. The contrast is not huge, but it's there. And I just wanted it to have something, something else, just to give it a little bit more. Okay, and now we are going in with our Fun Stampers Journey embossing folder. I do not know the name of it, but I just know it has a lot of words And I think it's like French or something. I can't really understand what it says, but it's a very, very pretty embossing folder. I'm just placing it right in the middle and running it through it. I just wanted to show you the placement and the end results of it. So here you see how it came out. I absolutely love it. It looks like a love letter, which is what I was going for. You know, so let's pretend that we're Juliet and we're writing to Romeo. We have a pink paper and we have perfumed it and everything. But anyway, this is a little bit trickier because I have to put the frame inside of this panel exactly where it needs to be. So, and I just at the end decided to do it off camera just to save you the hassle of watching me struggle. But yeah, I got it in the end. Okay, now all I'm doing is taking some distress inks and blueprint sketch and black soot and ink blending on a piece of cardstock. This is also accent 120 cardstock, which it still die cuts very well, but it adds just a little bit more dimension than regular cardstock. So I really love using it for this. And all I'm doing is making sure that it's going to cover a good area, you know, so that my die cut is colored in completely. Now I'm simply going in with that black soot at the bottom. I don't need it to be completely overwhelming because I do want it to still look blue mostly, but I wanted that definition going from one color to the next. And it's just very, very easy, a very simple way of creating a very contrasting sentiment. Once we're done, we're simply going to run that through our die cutting machine. And I want to reveal it to you because it looks like it didn't cut out completely, but it actually did. It was like butter. I was very shocked. And look at how pretty it looks. I thought about adding some shimmer spray, I'm not gonna lie. However, I know that these inks are very water reactive, and I did not want any type of staining on them, so I just left them as it is. And I do feel like they look very elegant, even though it's very modern too. What I'm doing is that since this fun foam does not come with adhesive on the back, this one specifically, then I am going to use some Tombow mono glue on both sides just to attach my cardstock and then to pretty much glue it onto my my panel. Okay, and I'm simply adding it now to the panel. I'm going to apply some glue all over my cardstock inside of my frame. Being careful to not apply too much. And I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this on top of it. Okay, and all I'm doing now is gluing the sentiment on the panel, and that is it, you guys. If you like the card, please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help me get out there. And to download that SVG, all you need to do is click on the link in the description down below. Please make sure to tag me on your project so that I can feature you on my Instagram stories. And thank you so much for spending some time with me. See you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.